العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. الحمد لله الذي خلق الإنسان وعلمه البيان. We seek refuge from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. After seeking refuge from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and all praises are due to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My dear good brothers and sisters in Islam, we are once back again to deliver you the topic knowledge, which is the continuance of the past that we had, which was the introduction of knowledge. And from that we do learn that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has dignified mankind with knowledge among the creation of Allah. And also learn that seeking knowledge is compulsory upon us to seek knowledge, which I quoted to you the Quranic verse, which was the first revelation of the Holy Quran in Surah Al-Alaq, the chapter of creation. And we do learn that it was a command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that he should read. This means seek knowledge. And we also learn from the hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in our previous lesson that seeking knowledge is compulsory upon all male and female in Islam. My good brothers and sisters in Islam, as I said to you, we are here to learn what is knowledge and how one is going to acquire knowledge, which is going to be beneficial to your own self and others. And inshallah, today we are going to look at some of the criteria in which one will follow in order to gain the knowledge. First of all, before you go into something, you need to have good intention, known in Arabic as an-niyya. What is the intention that you are going to take as a believer or someone who is intended to go in for knowledge? This intention has to be good intention. But let's go back to the hadith that we quoted, that seeking knowledge is compulsory upon all male and female in Islam. Is it that the knowledge that we are going to seek, is it all form of knowledge which is compulsory upon us? That's the question we need to ask our own self. But what we are trying to do here, the most important knowledge that one has to seek is the behaviorist knowledge. Behaviorist knowledge. Because it's not all knowledge which is going to be compulsory upon you. When you look at the behavioral knowledge and the knowledge in which you find yourself in it, what are some of this knowledge? We find ourselves to be Muslims, brothers and sisters. So on this note, the most important knowledge that we need to seek is to seek the deen knowledge. That is Islam. Because our existence in this world, our we being in this society, we are not here to serve for nothing, but we are here to serve our Creator, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as I said to you in the previous lesson, you can't serve Allah without knowing Him. And you will not know Allah without having knowledge of Him. That is why it is good for you to go in and seek knowledge. So as a Muslim brother, the knowledge that you have to seek is to seek knowledge. What are some of the things that I'm going to do to please my Creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And what are the sort of things when I do, I'm going to go against contradicting the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? That is the important knowledge that you're supposed to seek. And you should know, as we said in a previous lesson, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. We didn't create mankind and jinkind for any purpose in order to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the reason for creation. And among the service that we are going to do or do to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is as salah. That is one of the important aspects. Zakat, Sawm, Ramadan, all these things. But the most important among all these worship is as-salah. As is been indicated in one hadith, that the first judgment or account that's going to be accounted upon the servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the hereafter is salah. And when your salah is being complete, the rest of your days will be considered. And when this salah is not being performed well, then your days, whatever good or nice or presentable it is, it will be rejected. وَيَعْوَذْ بِاللَّهِ. May Allah prevent us from such day. Because it's going to be the day in which one will cry, instead even crying blood. But all this will not save you from gaining the mercy of Allah if you didn't seek for it. And may Allah give us the zeal and the courage to do the right thing in the appropriate time. So it's good as a Muslim brother to go in for the knowledge which is going to be beneficial to you. And as I said, all these things that we're doing, this is our daily life, is not going to help us in hereafter. The only thing that can help us in hereafter is our deeds, which the first deed, the most important aspect of the deed is salah. So it's good for us to learn much about the deen, and go in for the knowledge which is going to be beneficial to us. My good brothers and sisters in Islam, if salah is one of the things that is going to help us, it's good to seek knowledge, to know a compulsory aspect, the optional aspects of your prayers. What are the things that I'll do to maintain my salah as it's been recommended? And what are the some of things that I'm going to do to nullify my prayers? By the notes I'm giving you, these hadiths indicate that seeking knowledge compulsory. But most of us do go in for knowledge which are not beneficial to us. Even though if this knowledge is going to be beneficial to us, it's only this dunya and not of hereafter. For instance, when you look at nowadays, we're in computer age. At first, we're bones and arrow age, moving to stone age. Now, this system that we find ourselves this modern time, we find ourselves in computer age. Everything is being computerized. Our communication, the way we do our things, a lot of our processes. When you look at this, our voting ID card is not biometric. But at first it wasn't like that. Everything is being put in the computer. And if you don't know, you don't have the knowledge of this computer, how can you operate it in order to do your work or to run your tasks easily and fast? This is also part of the important knowledge that we need to seek. And when you seek this knowledge, you should know why you are seeking the knowledge and what is going to be the benefit to you and others. Apart from these things, when you look at this modern, the more Western education is dominating in the society, and it is good to have this knowledge. It's good to educate, have the knowledge of this modern things which is going on, have the information, because if you don't know how to, by having good intention. As one of our sheikh taught us, one day we were in class, when he called us, he said, my students, he mentioned our name one after the other. He said that in everything they're going to do, if you want to have the success in it, is to purify your intention. This is what our sheikh told us. And this our sheikh is one of the members who do come here and deliver speech to you. Wallahi, when he said it, I was so excited to the extent that I don't know how to even hide my happiness. And nowadays, I started realizing this thing, what he just said. Because intention is very important. That is ikhlas. If you don't have good intention and you go in for knowledge, wallahi, you have the knowledge, it might not be beneficial to you, or it might be beneficial to you only in this dunya, but hereafter you will not have the reward. Before I say something about this, let's go back to the saying of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This hadith is being narrated from the founder of the believers, known as Amir al-Mu'mineen. And who is that founder? Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu. He said, I heard the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam saying, every day or any living being those things based on the intention. If I'm not going to wrong myself or be greedy to my brothers and sisters, listeners out there, I would like to quote the hadith from the beginning to the end. The hadith goes this way: عن أمير المؤمنين أبي حفص عمر بن الخطاب رضي الله تعالى عنه قال: سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول: إنما الأعمال بالنيات وإنما لكل امرئ ما نوى فمن كانت هجرته إلى الله ورسوله فهجرته إلى الله ورسوله ومن كانت هجرته للدنيا يصيبها أو امرأة ينكحها فهجرته إلى ما هاجر إليه. رواه البخاري ومسلم. عن أمير المؤمنين. This hadith is being narrated from the founder of the believers, the father of Hafsa. If you don't know the person or the man they're talking of, he's the Umar ibn Khattab, Umar, the son of Attab. Radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most exalted blessings is upon him, who said, I've heard the messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول إنما الأعمال بالنيات, that all this is going to do build upon the intention. وإنما لكل امرئ ما نوى, and each soul has what he or she intended of doing. And he went ahead and said, فَمَنْ كَانَتْ هِجْرَتُهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ, that whoever migrated for the sake of Allah and His Messenger, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he or she will be rewarded for the sake of Allah and for the obedience of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Why am I saying this, my good brothers? When you look at the contents, he said, فَهِجْرَتُهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ. When you try to translate the right from literally to, you said, he will be rewarded for the sake of Allah and His Messenger. But the sake is meant for only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But you be rewarded is going to be the obedience, that you obey the saying of Prophet sallallahu and act according to it. That's why they've added Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I have no reward for you. It's Allah who will reward you. But Allah will reward you because He said, أطيعوا الله ورسوله ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. That obey Allah and His Messenger. And what is the obedience of Allah and His Messenger? The obedience is to do whatever the Quran asks you to do, which is in the right manner, and do away whatever the Quran denies you from doing. And the obedience of Prophet Muhammad is to obey what was revealed to him, and what was revealed to him was the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, known as the Holy Quran. And you have to obey this. And the saying, the advice that Prophet gave, which is a hadith. And whatever you are doing, you are doing obedience because He is the messenger. He told you that this is what Allah wants, this is what Allah does not like, this is what Allah doesn't like, and this is what Allah wants us to be doing. And you decided to obey. Because of the obedience that you did, because of the Prophet, the love that you have for him, that you will be rewarded for your migration for His sake. And the obedience. Because if you have to say, for the sake of Allah and His Messenger, it will look something different. This is the best way you can do or give the translation And he whoever migrated for the sake of a lady, he might marry that lady. How can you do for the sake of a lady? And what come by this hadith, according to my sheikh who taught me, he said to me that this hadith was revealed during the migration of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam intended to move from Mecca, and migration, when you look at the definition in Arabic, they said is to leave the home of disbelieving and move to their religious home. That's hijrah. That's the meaning of migration. So because when they were at Mecca preaching the oneness of Allah, which was Tawheed, calling people, denying them from worshiping others, they find difficult, and Allah does not want to harm His servants. So on this note, He advised Prophet ﷺ, now that you are telling them the right thing, they are not listening to them, move from them and move to Medina, because Medina people, they were religious. But these people, they are non-religious people. Why am I saying that they were religious? Because they have the Torah and Injil and they were acting according to it. But these people, they were not having any knowledge about the deen. So on this note, if they are able to accept you, understand you, the rest will follow you soon. This was the essence of Prophet ﷺ, the hikmah that Allah made the Prophet ﷺ to move to Mecca, to Medina. And when they were going, most of their followers, they were partly Muslim, partly disbelievers. Because they were afraid of the kuffar at that time, that they can harm them and forgetting that Allah is with them. So most of them were having divided mind. And some were not even intending to follow Prophet ﷺ. And most of them were dating ladies during that time. And Prophet was to move those ladies that they were dating and their family together. And because of that, they were not intended to go back. Because of the lady, the love that they have for them, they decided to make intention by force and follow them. That's why the issue of marriage came into. And when this happened, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have the love for His servants, He decided to pray and inform Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to deliver this knowledge so that they will purify their intention. That was the reason for this hadith. Before they will leave the town, they should purify them. They should do it for the sake of Allah in order to gain their reward, both dunya and hereafter. So that was the reason. So that he who also migrated for the sake of a lady, he might gain the lady and marry her. And he went ahead. فَهِجْرَتُهُ إِلَى مَا هَاجَرَ إِلَيْهِ. But having in mind that your reward will be based upon what you intended for. If you intended for the dunya, the ulama to be, or the followers to be praising you, Shaykh, Doctor, Sise, all these things, they will do it for you. You have their praises. By the end of the day, which is the last day when it comes to, when Allah is rewarded those who are doing jihad, who are struggling for the sake of Allah, who are propagating the deen Islam, you may not be part of them because you are doing for them to say you are more knowledgeable. You know how to speak, you know how to quote, you know how to recite all these things. and you had these praises during your lifetime, but now I'm rewarding those who are doing it for the sake of me, without expecting of any return of praises or any reward from the people. As we are here doing this program, we are not paying for it. This is the good intention that we, but some places you do go to beg, even to pay in order to deliver your message. Still, they will deny you, like here. So may Allah purify the intention and confirm them as for His sake. So that's the important aspect of the seeking knowledge. Intention is very important. When our Sheikh said it, I was happy. May Allah increase him in knowledge and add knowledge to our own, the little that we have. And our Sheikh, the one I'm talking of, is in a huge situation, and we are praying that Allah should make things easy and give him the peace home back. My good brothers and sisters in Islam, the intention is very important. So when you have the intention, you know, why am I seeking the knowledge? Some do seek knowledge, go into memorization to keep the Quran within them, because you always heard of people say, Allah Rahman, Sheikh, Sisi, all this, because that's what is encouraging them to go into it, but not for the sake of Allah, to keep the words of Allah. And when you are doing something for the sake of Allah, you don't even like people to know that you are doing something about it. Sometimes people will go around and say that I'm Hufaz. Because they didn't know why they go in for the knowledge. You don't need to prove yourself. Let the world prove you. So on this note, the intention is not purified. So it's good, my good brothers and sisters in Islam, to know why you are doing it and purify your intention. And also have taqwa, that's the second step, which is sincere fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in you. After having good intention, you need to have taqwa within you. And what is taqwa? When you look at the acts of our believer leader, known as Sayyidina Ali, pertaining taqwa, he said to them, taqwa is how to fear in Allah Azza wa Jal. That is one. And also act based on the revelation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the Quran and Sunnah. Most people do fail to understand what is Sunnah. Sunnah is not religion. So if you call yourself an Ahl Sunnah, you are out of way. Sunnah is what Prophet used to do, and you are trying to do the same as your Prophet did. That is Sunnah. But the religion itself is Islam, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Inna deena inda Allahi Islam. And he went ahead in one verse and stated that whoever counts with any other religion which is not Islam, it will not be accepted, to be rejected. Wallahi, some days ago we learned with our Sheikh. He quoted one verse and even gave us to us as an assignment. I wanted to think, I was just sitting, thinking of it. So because of the most of the time I don't like to listen to da'wah. Why? Because we are doing da'wah nowadays to be honest, but not to protect the deen of Islam or propagate deen Islam. Sometimes I don't like switching to radio station because this ulama, this my brother will go say something, this my brother will come and condemn me and say it's not a right thing. This is not supposed to be done in public. Go secretly and face him. My brother, this is what you said. What are your reasons for saying this? If you have no reason, then you said, then this is the right way. Let us use this. Next time when you go. This is how Prophet ﷺ, and this is the Sunnah. There was a time that Prophet ﷺ was together with the Sahabas in a mosque, in the house of Allah. And someone came to urinate. And they were trying to beat him up. Prophet ﷺ said, no, leave him, let him finish with what he's going to do. After he asked them to pour water, to wash up the urinal. They were surprised, and he told him, my brother, here is the place of washing. Here is no place of what? Urinal. This is not washroom. So next time, try and find a washroom and do the right thing. Okay? Good. But the Sahaba was trying to beat because they were not having the Sunnah in them. Because Prophet was having the Sunnah, he corrected them, he made them, and finally, the fellow accepted Islam because of the correction that Prophet did to him. So if that's the case, are we doing the Sunnah? Sunnah is not about bearing the beards, wearing short garments, quoting hadith and all this. Sunnah it's not about the quoting and the practice of it. But we're not talking of Sunnah, we're talking of taqwa. It has to do with what? Having fear in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and what was revealed. And also be thankful with what Allah has given to you. Most of us, when you see someone riding new motorbike, people say, I would like to have it. Now that you have legs walking, someone doesn't have legs, stroke, or the face is crippled. I mean, you are not thankful to. You will thank Allah, and whenever you thank Allah, Allah will give you. You don't need to ask Allah. These are some of the things that we should be looking at. And also, having fear in the day, the last day, where they will be dressing you up. Not you dressing your own self. That's Yawm Rahim. The day that your ruh, your soul will be going out. Either it will be said, وَالنَّازِعَاتِ غَرْقًا, or it will be said, يَا أَيَّتْهَا النَّفْسُ الْمُطْمَئِنَّةِ ارْجِعِي إِلَىٰ رَبِّكِ رَاضِيَةً مَرْضِيَّةً فَادْخُلِي فِي عِبَادِي وَادْخُلِي جَنَّةِ. So which day is going to be? Thou should also have that in mind, that there will be a day that will come for your soul. And how it's going to go out, either Radiya or Nazia. And may Allah guide us and prevent us. So inshallah, as we said to you, we are going to be doing a little bit by bit, inshallah, until we get to the bottom of the topic, knowledge. And as I said to you, the step before you go into knowledge, you should go into knowledge which is going to be beneficial to you. And I said that you need to go into knowledge, for instance, knowing your deen proper, and also the situation that you find yourself. We are in a computer modern time, so you need to have the knowledge of computer, how to use it. For most of our mothers, they do suffer because they don't have the knowledge of it. So come and remove this number. I want to call this fellow. Give him this name, because they don't have knowledge of it. So it's good as a Muslim human being to go into knowledge which is going to be beneficial to you. And some of us, when you go to bank, our hands become ink because of stamping. But if you know how to sign it, all this will be, and this is going to be done through knowledge. And may Allah give us knowledge which is going to be beneficial. And may Allah give us good intention and taqwa in the seeking of knowledge. And inshallah, next time when we come back, we are going to continue from where we stopped. May Allah enable us to continue and to get to the bottom. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. سبحانك اللهم نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.